Hi, I'm Rhonda. This video is to help you understand the BOI reporting. What is BOI reporting? It is the Beneficial Ownership Information Reporting that was required under the Corporate Transparency Act. So what does that mean? That means that if you run a certain type of business, you are now required to file a special annual report to report who are the owners of that business. So now let's dig into who's required to file and what the deadline is, and more importantly, the penalties for not doing so. So let's go. So who needs to file? That's the question. The first thing you want to know is that filing is required for anyone that has a annual reporting that they do to the Secretary of State. So who does that? If you have an S Corp, if you have a single member LLC, and if you have a multi-member LLC. Those are the main groups that are required to fill out this BOI report. Who does not need to file? Someone who has a sole proprietorship, nonprofits, publicly traded companies. Those companies do not need to fill out a BOI report. So the long and short of it is, if you have a reporting requirement with the Secretary of State, either when you register your company or annually when you file your taxes, then more than likely you need to fill out a BOI report. For more information on this, you can go to fincen.gov/BOI and look at the requirements to see if you fall into one of those categories. So what is the deadline to file? If your business started before January 1st, 2024, you have until January 1st, 2025 to do your BOI reporting. If you started your business at any point in 2024, you have 90 days to register and to file the report. If your business starts after January 1, 2025, you have 30 days. Okay, so just to repeat, 30 days if you start after 2025 onward, 90 days if your business started in 2024, and if your business was operating before the beginning of the year of 2024, then you're required to file that first report on January 1st of 2025. So by now you're probably thinking, one more thing on my plate to do. I don't know if I have time. I'll get around to it. People don't do that because the penalties are insane for not doing this on time. So if you are late, the civil penalty is up to, it says $500, but as of this video, that has adjusted for inflation. So now it's $591 a day. Okay, $591 a day if you don't do this on time. Not only can they assess that, but if they feel that there is willfulness and you're not filing that, you knew you had the requirement and you were just like, it's not worth my time, they can also give you up to 2 years in prison and another penalty of up to $10,000. So do it. Just get it done and give yourself plenty of time to do it. Okay. So now that brings the final part. How do I get it done? So how do you file? Okay. You can file yourself at fincen.gov/BOI, and there are the steps taken that you need to take to go ahead and file the report on your own. But what if you're the kind of person that's just like, hey, this is kind of serious. The penalties are crazy. I don't know if I want to do that. Well, in the link, I'll provide a third that my company is using to file on the behalf of myself and some of my clients as well. And they'll do all the reporting for you and make sure it's good. Takes kind of all the liability off of you. And then if you're like what I was talking about, someone that's just like, I don't have time for anything else on my plate, it's an easy process to just have them do it. So look into that and don't be late. It's really just not worth the penalties. So in review, corporate transparency, BOI reporting, it's a thing. We've talked about who's going to do it. There are some exemptions for not doing it. I would also emphasize, check your EIN, the paper you received if you have an EIN, and make sure it doesn't say that you're registered as an LLC. Because recently I saw someone who thought that they're just a sole proprietorship, looked at their EIN and they have a LLC filing requirement and they had no idea. So you don't want to be in that situation where you're not understanding where you are in the stream of things and then make a costly mistake and forget to file this thing because you are under the impression that you don't have the requirement. So that's my last kind of tip of advice, is to just pull that EIN out that you received when you registered your business and just make sure it does not say LLC requirement for a sole prop, or if you're a multi-member, you'll see that partnership 1065 return, but it also will say LLC as well on there. So just verify that as well. So hopefully this helps you understand a little bit more about the filing requirements, the importance of doing it on time, not waiting, not dilly-dallying, not creating a worse situation. Just take the time, get it done. And there's links in the bio or in my content here for the frequently asked questions. You can kind of look at it. The partner filing that we're doing with file forms if you need help doing it. And hopefully this has been helpful to you. If so, go ahead and like and subscribe. And thank you for taking the time.